faith, trust, love. Love can move mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4. There ain't a dream that don't have the chance to come true now. It just takes a little faith, yeah. Anything that we want to do, we can do now. There ain't nothing in our way, yeah. Nothing I love can rise above. We can get to the light, we can get through the night. Long as we let love light the way, just a little faith, just a little trust. You believe in love. Love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and feel it in your soul. Love, love can move mountains. Oh yeah, yeah. Oceans deep and mountains high, they can't stop us. 'Cause love is on your side, baby. We can reach the heavens and touch the sky. Just believe it, believe in you and I. 'Cause we've got love that is strong enough. We can do anything, we can prove anything. Long as we let love light the way. Yeah, just a little faith, just a little trust. You believe in love. Love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and feel it in your soul. Love, love can move mountains. You wanna feel it in your soul. Love can move mountains. You gotta feel it in your spirit. Love can move mountains. You wanna feel it in your soul. Love can move. You believe in me, I believe in you. We believe in each other. Nothing we can do, 'cause we've got love that is strong enough. We'll find a way. Just a little faith, just a little trust. You believe in love. Love can move mountains. Believe in your heart and feel it in your soul. Love, love can. Love can Today I am talking about practicing the presence of joy. I know your theme for the month is on forgiveness. And when Monica mentioned that to me, Beverly, thank you. I forgot to mention the musical director. Please forgive me. Yes. Beverly and Monica, thank you. I was like, forgiveness. I don't feel it. I don't feel no forgiveness right now. And she was like, no, Gino, it's whatever you want to do. I was like, great. And so sitting with this, practicing the presence of joy is what came through for me. And of course, Spirit got busy. Well, let's see how you're going to work it out, girl. Let's see how you're going to be in the midst of it and practice the presence of joy. Not an outside joy of, but
but the inner truth of who we are, the divine essence that is birthed within each and every one of us. So life got busy for me. You know, they talked about my new YouTube show, Pass the Mic. And so I post every Wednesday. So I looked at the video footage, I do interviews. It was the easiest interview ever. I was like, oh, I don't have to edit. This is perfect. 2 o'clock, I'm ready to post at 3 o'clock. Do you know that thing did not get posted all night? It was busy. I couldn't download it, couldn't upload it, couldn't inload it, couldn't outload it. I could not do it. It was not working. And the mind got busy. Now you said you was gonna do this. Why you wait so long to do it? You know how your mind get busy talking to you. If you had planned this out better, you could have figured this out before now. And anytime we're caught in that, anytime we're caught in our mind having that conversation trying to tell us who we are not, how we haven't done it right, what's going wrong, I decided to make an agreement with my mind and say, mind, we got a new agreement. We're going to change your job. See, your job is no longer to tell me what I didn't do right. Your job is no longer to complain about how it's not being done and how I'm not living my life to full capacity. I said, Mine, your job is to tell me how wonderful I am. How magnificent my life is. How great that everything always works out for me. Yeah, my mom was like, I'm gonna need to get back to you on a few points. Yeah. You know, that's not how we've been doing it. And I've been doing this with you for a while. So we're gonna need to do something about this. Yeah. I was like, no. This is a new time and age. And mind, let me tell you something. I need you. We're doing this thing together. But your job now to tell me how great I am, how wonderful my life is, how everything is always working out. Well, that may be true, but this YouTube ain't gonna work out right now. Not gonna happen. So when life doesn't work the way you want it, where do you land? Where do you focus? Where do you hold yourself? Because what we tend to do is stand over there with the mind wanting to have a big, bright picture of what's not working. But in actuality, everything is working. When we are being called to a higher expression of who we know ourselves to be, is that not a change? And change means what? Things gonna change. We want the external to change, but never the inside. And that's where all of the change takes place, is inside. See, we have to change the way we think about ourselves. We have to change how we speak to ourselves. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes the way I talk to myself, I would hang up on that person. I would just be like, don't you call me no more. No. Yeah, I would just, if they sent me an email, I would block. But you with yourself, it's kind of hard to cut you out because you with you wherever you go. So that means, okay, let me accept that change is constantly happening within me. What am I going to do? How am I going to practice the presence of joy? For me, that's practicing being in alignment with Source. Being one with that which I say I am. Not something over there. Not something over there, but right here where I am right now. Right in this very moment. I am the voice of God. I am the breath of God that's speaking right now. So why is it that I think I have to pray to something in order to have something? Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop. I mean, I went to Catholic school. God bless you, child. And nothing wrong with that, except I had different ideas. I got suspended a few times because of my ideas. But they were still my ideas. And you know, one, if you tell me God is one and all that there is God, now all of a sudden there's a devil that can do what? How did the devil get so much power? I didn't believe in it. As a kid, I never believed in a devil. For me, it just didn't work. It didn't make sense to me. So I recognize that sometimes, even in my prayer, I'm praying to something that's outside of me. When practicing the presence of joy, I am it right here, right now. I am God. And if I'm God, then I speak my word and the mountain shall be moved. It shall move with ease, too. I just be walking like this. Move on, move on, move on. Move away. There is no struggle in practicing the presence of joy. There is, however, struggle in quieting the mind that this is how you're going to live. Because the mind said, well, wait a minute. Do you see what's before us? We've got a challenge. We got something going on right here. And I said to the mind, I said, listen, I can't have that conversation with you. People think I'm on my cell phone talking in the car. I just be talking to myself. Because I need to make sure that the mind can hear what I'm saying. Because when you keep it quiet, before you know it, you be down there with the mind, and you right. Life ain't working. I'm struggling so hard. That's why you have to speak it out, so that you can hear what you're saying. And not only that, you will feel what you're saying. And that is so important. When you recognize that your feelings, that your divine feelings are your guide, saying, hello, wait a minute. Either you are in alignment with spirit or you're off the track. When you don't feel good, you're not in alignment with God. Whatever you're thinking, God does not see it like that. Did you hear me? Because we be thinking, just because I can't go over to God's house right now and ring the doorbell, maybe God's not clear what's going on. God's always clear. For every mountain that's in your life, it is the opportunity for you to expand to a higher peak. To a higher peak. That's practicing the presence of joy, because that's practicing being in alignment even when it doesn't look good out there. See, this thing will come and go 55 million, 2,500 million thousand times. It comes and goes. Now, sometimes we follow the scene, and it doesn't feel good, but we be following it. What's his name this time? Michael. I know he sounds like John, but Michael gonna be different this time. Because I'm going to be able to change Michael. I'm going to be able to change him. We're going to get together. I'm going to change Michael. Or maybe it's your career. You know what? These people at my job, if Mary would leave, you know how happy I would be? Because Mary don't believe in God. God don't know about Mary. Or maybe it's your family. Families are always so great. For teaching, I know somebody, she's like, girl, you didn't hit a part right there. Families teach us how to love ourselves even greater. They're our master teachers. But we always want to try to, let me change grandma. Well, grandma been grandma a long time. You need to let grandma alone. Mamas get a lot of it. If my mama, ooh, if she could just. Or fathers. Mine was with my dad. If my father could love me like the father I see on TV, ooh, my life would be so good. It would just be good. I'd be daddy's little girl. But that was not how it was meant, and he loved me the best way he could. And when I realized and took back my power, because I was not going to allow my relationship with him to be more important than God. And when we give our power away to whatever the situation is, be it lack, relationship, family, friends, spouse, we are saying you are greater than God. You just got to start owning that. You're greater than God, and me paying attention to you is more important than me getting in alignment with my source. And when that happens, when you give them your power, don't go get mad at them because they take it and do all willy-nilly kind of stuff with it. You've given it away. You are practicing whatever their name is, their presence and power. In order to stay in alignment with the joy that is yours, this is your divine birthright. We came here with this joy. There's a song that says, the world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. That's the kind of joy I'm talking about. Not the ha 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 ha. But the joy that lives within you, that is the absolute truth of who you are. It is your God being. It is your God self. And it's always there, always available to you. Doesn't matter what's going on, who hasn't done something, why something's not working. It's an opportunity. And sometimes the opportunity looks so big you can't see it. It's just, whoo, if I could see something else beside the opportunity, if I could just be able to look around the opportunity and see what's on the other side, I could be all right. But that's when practicing the presence is real. There was a little 8-year-old boy that asked this question: what are you practicing? I was like, what? He said, what are you practicing? If you are practicing complaining, you will get so good at it that you will complain all the time. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. What are you practicing? What are you consciously aware of throughout your day, all day long? What are you doing? What are your thoughts saying? We always want to look out and change what's going on out there, but that's not where the change comes from. The change comes from within here. And it's not to change to what's happening in the outside. Oh, no. Our change is to lift our consciousness to a higher level to be able to see over the mountain. Because when you can see over the mountain, you can see clearly. The mountain is the gift that says, I have a hand here, let me lift you up. There's a greater expression for you just on the other side. It's waiting for you. You don't even have to try to create it. It's already there. It's already done, waiting for you to recognize it. So how do you recognize it? I heard this beautiful scripture on YouTube about the book of Thomas, which was excluded from the Bible. I'm not a Bible authority at all, so don't go asking. But I love this. I love what they said about this. The book of Thomas had a lot of the teachings of Jesus. And the question, or the prayer, whatever ye ask for, ye shall receive. There were 2 sentences in there that shifted this whole thing that was taken out. And that is, I'm going to paraphrase it and put it the way it rang out to me, was that when your heart is in alignment with what you are thinking, you're in alignment with God. I was like, ooh. Because that's a feeling vibration. When you are feeling good, doesn't matter what the reason is, But when you are feeling good, when you are feeling the breath of God, there's an energy that's in sync, that's in alignment. Nature helps me quickly remember my greatness. You know, all winter, and here it's so green, it's so beautifully green, but I know that there are flowers and trees that during the course of winter, they appear to be barren. They appear to be just out. We all done out. We done gave you all we got. And then one morning, you awaken and there are flowers on that very tree. There are blossoms that are starting to unfold. Did somebody staple them there overnight? Is there a flower stapler running around? I was like, no. All of this came from inside the tree. Life in full operation is coming from inside. The good of life is always happening within you, pouring outward, not coming in to come out. That's temporal, and that will take you up and down like a banjo. You just, one day you're happy, next day you're sad. One day you're happy, next day you're sad, next day you're sad, then you're happy again. But when you recognize that your good is coming literally from within you, that there is a life force that is happening within you constantly, that well-being is so consistent, even if the sun don't rise here every day, the sun rises every day. Every day. Now, y'all may not see the sun that much. But that sun, I don't care if it's a tornado, if it's a hurricane, if it's a tsunami, I don't care what it is, the sun rises every day. That is the well-being that is within each and every one of us. If that ain't enough for you, the world is constantly turning. Constantly turning. Who has that job in here? Just show your hand. I want to say thank you. I just want to, oh, no, nobody in here? So that means the well-being of the universe is so consistent, so precise, that it does not matter what's happening in our little picture of the world. It is still providing well-being. You are still divinely protected, covenant, loved, and taken complete care of. I always say, when the person that's pumping my heart, if there was somebody that had that job, they would be my best friend. My bestest friend. Because if that heart stopped, there's no one in here that has that job. We have everything within us. We are the power, we are the presence that we are looking for. We are it. So practicing the presence of joy is an opportunity to start understanding that my God is not outside of me. And I know we say that, but you want to listen to how you pray about it. If you're praying from a space of separation, that I and my good are separate, you want to start checking yourself on that. You cannot be separate from your good because you cannot be separate from God. You are literally the very breath of God breathing right now. And it's impossible. In my world, it's impossible. Even as Reverend Michael used to say, shuffle off the coil of this soul. You're still a spirit moving on. And your well-being is guaranteed. That is never in question. So when we look out in our lives and we see people, places, and things that we think we have to control, I love that. So if I could control you, you know what? I could have everything I want. Yeah. If I could control the people in my life, then I can have everything I want. That's not how the universe works. If you do believe in the law of attraction, then what you're thinking, you're constantly receiving. What you're thinking, you're constantly receiving. I was reading some Emmett Fox, And you know how we say every day is a new day? Every day is a new day. Emmett Fox blew my mind. He said, it's a new life. I know, right? A new life. The magnitude of that, a new life, that when you wake up in the morning, it's not just a new day. It is a new life. That means that you are at the beginning of a new creation that you are creating. This is a new life today. And I get to choose how I'm going to be with it. I get to say where my focus will be. And for me, I decided that nothing is more important than I feel good. Nothing. Not my relationship with my family and friends. Not my relationship with my career. Not my relationship with anything on this planet. That if I'm out of balance with God. And I must do everything I can to get back in alignment. So I started meditating, not kind of, sort of, sometimes, maybe. I don't have time. I don't have time to meditate. But I got time to run out here like a little hamster. Boom, boom, boom. You know, you get on a hamster wheel. You're just so busy trying to fix it, trying to create it. The action, 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 action. And you spin yourself out. You spin yourself out. You utilize the energy, all of that is of the power and the presence of God. You know, you got something that's turning the world that's within you. You mean it can't handle your little things? That it really? So I decided that meditation was very important for me, and I started meditating. And before I get out of bed in the morning, I start my prayer. When I just start to wake up, I start giving thanks and praise that God is right here, right now, breathing in and through me, that the breath of God is right where I am, and that all of my needs are met in this very moment right here, right now. That it is a joy to rest in this bed, to roll around in the covers. Oh, how great God is. And by the time I hit my feet to the floor and I go meditate, I go into the presence of all that is. And then my phone rings. And sometimes just that quickly. They gonna do what? And I'm out. That's how quick it happens. So there has to be a commitment to yourself that, okay, because we're going to have it. We're going to come in, we're going to come out, ebb and flow. It's just like the ocean. But you want to make sure that you're doing more flowing into the presence than flowing out. You want to be aware that you're listening to what's going on in your heart. Because if you're not aware of what's going on, you'll go for anything that'll take place that day. You'll fall for anything. You'll let the day rule you. And by the time you get home, you're exhausted, you're stressed out, and it's always somebody else's fault. Well, you have a responsibility to practice your joy, practice your alignment. For me, meditation has really helped me anchor that. For you, it may be something different, but there comes a time when the practice of being in alignment with God is more important than anything. There is no God outside of me that I have to pray to for anything. I am the God right here. And it doesn't matter what the rest of the world is doing. See, we don't have to try to fix the world. Anybody out here want to be fixed? You want to be fixed? If I go, ooh, I could fix you, girl. I know what's wrong with you. I could fix it all. Nobody wants that. We all came here as unique emanations of God. Yeah. We are special in our own right. And I don't have to be you. You don't have to be me. Understanding that we have been called at this time to be able to rise up in consciousness, to see that which we call forth for our life. It doesn't have to be what's for everybody's life. I mean, I want what you want. And we have to be all right with that. Your duty is to rise up in your consciousness and create the life you choose for you. That's all you got to deal with. You don't have to create a life for them over there, for them over there. When you create the life that you want for you, you expand the love and the joy out into this consciousness that opens up unlike ever before. Because you're creating from love, and that's all God knows is love. That's all God is love. That is practicing your joy. That is staying in alignment with Source. And the people that are in harmony with you will flock to you. You won't be able to get rid of them. We don't have to fight each other for who's right and who's wrong. What if everybody's right? And what if everybody's wrong? We just must understand that as I am God and I look at you, you are God too. I have a song called Difference. It said, just because you don't like bananas, you don't get mad at an orange. We don't have that problem with fruit. You serve somebody, it's like, oh, here goes some bananas. They'd be like, I don't like oranges. I don't like bananas. Would you like an orange or an apple? Maybe some grapes. Oh, you like the grapes? Here you go. We're not upset with them because they like grapes and they don't like bananas. God is that simple. We muck it up and make it all. God is simple. Nature is simple. I left Ojai, California to come here. And a few months ago, some of you may know, big fires in Ojai. And people were like, oh my God, the fires have burnt up everything. I went hiking in the mountains and I was just blown away by nature. Nature did not moan, nature did not cry, nature was already busy reproducing life. There was a burnt tree with a blossom coming out of it. It wasted no time. We spend too much time on what we see. That's the gift to birth us to where we're going. That's what's happening right now, y'all. We're having opportunities to birth into our newness. Grab your expanded consciousness. Spend your time with Spirit and listen to the call of God for you. Not even for the whole universe. We want to, let me change the universe. How about changing you? Changing your belief about your life and the power you have in it. You are not helpless beings. You are powerful God beings. There's nothing helpless about you. Even when you whine and trying to act like you powerless. Somebody's over in the cut going, that ain't true. I see who you are. You are divine. You are magnificent. And when you make a commitment to practice the presence of joy, I mean, that joy is more important than complaining and whining. Joy is more important than worrying about if somebody likes you or they don't like you. Joy is more important than what's in your bank account. Joy is more important than who's laying next to you in your bed, be it somebody or somebody not. Joy is more important than your family history. Joy is more important than your health. When you can stand in front of a mirror and say, you know what? I know that I'm God. And God has given me the power within me right here, right now, to stand here and say, be moved whatever you are, and let my light shine. Let my beauty shine. Let my awareness of God shine in every area of my life, in all of my affairs. Let the light of truth shine forth. Say, I am a powerful being.
I am a powerful being.
I am filled with joy.
I am filled with joy.
I am a child of God.
I am a child of God.
And my heart. Don't worry about it. You're like, wait a minute. She was with the I ams. I'm with the I am. Wait a minute. We got a my what? My heart is open to God. My heart is open to God. When you can stand in that place Drive to work in that place. Go to Starbucks and get your coffee in that place. Sit at your desk with somebody complaining next to you and not judge them for who they're being right then and there, and know that my heart is open for God. When you can read the political climate and go, I'm going to keep my heart open, I'm going to focus on God. When you can go on Facebook and go, I'm going to keep my heart open. Don't add in for these double. Don't add that in. Just, I'm going to keep my heart open for God. God will show up in ways that you have no idea. It will show up in ways and through people and through situations that will astound you. It will astound you. And you will understand when Emmett Fox said, it's not a new day, it's a new life. Go forth and live your new life. Peace and blessings. Thank you. Thank you.